Hi everyone, it's Rabbi Blake. How are you? So I'm leaving you a short little message on Friday evening. On the Hebrew calendar, today is actually the 23rd day of the Hebrew month of Tishrei, which means that this is the first day after all of the fall holidays are over. So for rabbis and Jewish professionals, this tends to be a very happy day, even though it's not formally a holiday. It's just another day of the year. For us, it's actually a very special day because we begin reading the Torah anew this week. And the Torah portion that we read is the very first portion in the book of Genesis. So we actually start right at the top in the beginning. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. And if you read the story of creation, a number of themes emerge. I'm less interested in looking at the Bible as a document that records how the universe actually came to be. And much more as a kind of master plan for what it means to be a human being in this awe-inspiring and often very complicated world of ours. And one of the values that's enshrined in the first chapter of the book of Genesis is the idea of Shabbat. That's a Jewish notion for stopping, the day of rest. But you don't just rest. You don't just kind of slow things down. Literally, the word Shabbat, Sabbath, means to stop. The Jewish way in the world is that you get 6 days on for work and productivity, but then you have to take a day off to rest, to stop, to refresh, to take stock of your life, to engage in the life of the spirit instead of the life of the pocketbook or the carpool. So I want to challenge us to think about the value of stopping in our lives. We've all become very well accustomed to multitasking, not just to going at a breakneck pace, but often to doing multiple things at once with great dexterity, whether that means eating our lunch while we're driving to work or texting a friend while we're crossing the street. Some of these activities are actually dangerous to our physical being. I think all of them, in a way, are detrimental to our spiritual health. If we are multitasking all the time and never really stopping, what are we doing to ourselves? So I want us to challenge ourselves to come up with some kind of discipline that's going to get us to stop a little bit in the weeks, months, and years to come. If you're Jewish, Shabbat is the recommended way we go about that. But even if you're not Jewish, there are lots of ways to think about stopping, whether it means you dedicate a certain time of day just to go outside and sit and contemplate in nature and meditate, maybe take a walk, maybe even be with a friend that you haven't really caught up with. There's a hi, how are you in passing, but there isn't really that stop time to look that person in the eye and say, so tell me what's new in your life. All of the ways that you'll invent, I hope you'll comment on our blog page, on our YouTube channel, and share. Shabbat Shalom.